So it's the first time I'm doing this kind of thing. I'm recording myself on YouTube. It's a new thing I'm trying to do right now today. I woke up at 5 a.m. 4 hours ago, and I couldn't find sleep. I was closing my eyes, but I couldn't sleep at all. I was thinking too much about what's going on in my life. I think right now, what I'm going through, I'm 24 years old almost in a few days. In a few weeks, I'm going to be, in 20 days exactly, to be precise, I'm going to be 24 years old. And I think right now, so far, I've never been lost as I am right now. I just lost a job. I just lost my girlfriend, and the bank is threatening me to close my account and talk to the national bank, so I can't have a credit card for the next 5 years, and for the rest of my life, when I have to open a bank account, they will know that I somehow once never had money in my bank account, and that's not good actually to have this, but yeah. So what can I say? Well, with what can I start? I was with my girlfriend for almost a year and 4 months. I've known her for 2 years and 4 months, and it was at the first VSS European Volunteer Summer Summit that was organized by EFO, and I met her over there. She didn't mean nothing to me, anything at the time. She was just a girl I met, and that night we talked and we kissed and we had a great time together. And then she said she wasn't ready for doing anything, so she left, and I've never seen her again. We kept in touch as friends till eventually we meet again in February. 6 months later, we met again in Strasbourg. And in Strasbourg, it was weird. I wanted to do something, but I couldn't do something at the same time. I wasn't feeling the thing right at the moment, and I got myself to be with other girls, and one night she came to me and she admitted that she was in love with me, and I said, "What?" And I couldn't do anything, so I ran away. And for the next 3 days, we were together, and it was horrible, and it was hard to stand the idea that, for her at least, that I was there, but I wasn't with her, and I had to take care of her when she was in the worst moment in this training session, when she was totally drunk, and I had to take care of her, which I did, but she kind of ruined my night that day. But I felt that she needed me, so I kind of been there for her. Then I came back and I moved on with my life in France, and I had my job, I had the films I was doing with Cyril, and then once in the summer I was preparing the shooting for a short movie with a crew, and I went to the VSS in Turkey, and I was doing everything I had to do over there. And then I was in love with other girls. I mean, not in love, but I wanted to be with other girls at the moment. And then I don't know what happened to me. Marlene talked to me, and she was saying she wanted to do a European tour, and I said, that's nice, you should come to France. And she said, yeah, why not? And then she wrote me a few days later saying that she looked at the stars, and she said, if there's a shooting star, I would go to France. And there it was. It happened. A shooting star came in the sky, and she decided to go to France. So she came to France, and the first night we were back together, and then we spent the week. It was weird because she was somehow with me but not with me. I wasn't ready to commit, and I wasn't ready to know what to do with her, and it was kind of weird. And it went on for 10 days, and I was working, and then I started doing good things with her, and we started slowly to be in a relationship. And eventually, the last night she spent in Marseille, we made love for the first time. For the first time. And then we went to Paris because she was going to take a train over there, and I was going to go for Paris for EFS, and she decided to take the most expensive train rather than taking a cheap train, so she could be with me again. And then she stayed in Paris we stayed the whole day together in Paris. We went walking around, and we had food together. And then she left, and I left, and I thought I'll never see her. And then she said she was there with me for 2 weeks, for 2 days, and she stayed. And then we've met again, and I thought she was going to stay a bit longer, but she decided to leave. And so she left, and we decided to be in a relationship together. So this thing happened, and during September I talked with her, but I didn't know if it was going to stay like this. So I openly trying and decide to be with other people, other girls, open myself to other girls. But then it didn't work, and I missed her, and I said, okay, let's give it a chance, and let's go to Sweden, which is a country I've never been to before. So I went to Sweden in November, and I was sick as hell, and I didn't know what I was doing when I took the plane, but I went there, and she was there waiting for me, and we spent 2 weeks, extraordinary 2 weeks. I met her friends, I met her family, and then when I came back, it was obvious that it could work. And she told me that day when in Sweden that she was going to France, in Montpellier, for 6 months, and for 5 months, and I was so happy because Montpellier is like 2 hours away from Marseille, but it's cheap with the train, and it was really nice. So then she came, and when she came, we spent all the weekends together, most of the weekends together, except sometimes we couldn't see each other. Sometimes I was going over there to see her, sometimes she was coming to see me, and we spent a few months together that were amazing. And eventually it ended that she had to go back. She'd been to Nice with her friends, and her friend's parent, Bella parent, and and I spent 3 days with her in Nice, and they were one of the best days of my life. I was so sad and hurt when I left Nice that I didn't know when I was going to see her again. And when I came back, I had to good focus on my work and stuff, but I was still with her. And then I found a job, and then as soon as I found the job, Cyril started to say that he didn't want to work with me, and then Malin called me and said that she was pregnant. I didn't know what to do. It was the first time in life someone said that to me, and I said, do what you have to do and I'll respect your decision. And she did what she had to do, and then she had the worst summer of her life thanks to my stupidity and our stupidity. And then she came to France, but she had the worst time ever because she needed me and I wasn't there. I was working all the time, and the few times I was with her, I was trying to do the best I could. But I messed up somehow with things, and then she left, and then she went back to Sweden. She started in the university, and then I lost my job, and the day of our first year anniversary, and I wasn't able to do something for her at that moment, and then she had a crisis, and I said, okay, I'm gonna come back to Sweden. I'm spending the money I have. I'm coming back, and I came back for the month of October, and okay, we had some moments in September when we felt down that we didn't know where it was going, but we went through this, and then in October I came, and she had the best month of we had the first month together. It was the first month we were spending together, not in our parents or with the roommates. It was just us, and we were like a couple. And then I left. I thought I would come back over there again. And then I went to Falsterbo with her, see her parents, and we spent those 2 last days we had together over there. And eventually I had to go back and leave. But I promised I would come back in 3 months in February. But November happened. She started being in contact again with her host family, and she started thinking about the States instead of coming to France again. And then she had to make a decision about what she wanted to do in a year, going to study abroad. She wanted to come to France, but then she started thinking about the States, and then she said it's better to go to the States, and that's what she decided to do. She decided to go to the States, and eventually, a week later, she said that she was thinking of breaking up, and that's what happened a few days ago. We broke up. My story with her, I like to think it's not over, and I can still win her back and be with her because I want to be with her. I love her so much. I don't see myself going on. Right now my life is so at a dead end. I have no jobs. I'm still making movies with no future of them, no way they're gonna be shown, and I'm gonna have money with them. I don't know. I don't have money anymore. I'm 24 years old and I'm totally lost in this world. Malin was the only one that was showing me the lights. I make this video on YouTube because there's no way I can record this on my computer, and there's no way nobody's gonna see that video anyway. So, and as soon as I